Hi everybody. Today we're going to be talking about a brand that a lot of people know about because of this watch. But we're going to be talking about something a little different. Now this is an Alpha watch, Chinese, automatic movement. What movement it has, I know, the Alpha the Daytonas they make have the seagull movements in them. But this one I am not sure. I'm not sure if it's a seagull movement. I'm not sure if it's just some other random Chinese brand movement. But I mean, look, it is nicely decorated to an extent. Colored screws, little artwork on the rotor there. But this annual calendar Alpha cost me about $230. Now I don't see too many of these around, and I haven't seen any other reviews on this watch. Nice signed crown right there, Alpha. You can see all the pushers which control the month, the date, and then this pusher on the top left controlling the day of the week. And then you have a 24-hour calendar, a 24-hour indicator in the bottom. Let's just get this movement so you can see the hands going here. I mean, really, for a Chinese movement, and for $240, you get a lot of watch here. A nice sweeping hand. Mineral crystal. Mineral in the back, but automatic, see-through. Nothing crazy with water resistance, 30 meters. But overall, really nice wrist presence. The good size, really, I mean, it's got a lot of nice detailing for being a relatively cheap watch. Before we go any further and talk about this beautiful watch, let's just do a quick wrist check. Right now I'm wearing my Unimatic U1. This is one of 600 pieces. I did buy this slightly used off eBay, but I know these were available on Hodinkee, and I just put it on an aftermarket rubber strap off of Amazon. But let's get back to our friends over here. Yeah, really, a lot of nice accents to this watch. The touch of red by the date indicator and the 24-hour, and even the sun and moon. And really, it works very well. I really have no problems, with the watch and the way it has performed. Overall, really a very beautiful watch. I mean, if you can find them and you're into something that's an annual calendar, look, I mean, I haven't seen too many cheap annual calendars that look as nice as this and really give you all the functionality with an automatic movement. I do have a Timex, actually, annual calendar that I got for $100 that I'm not sure if it's still in production or not. But it was about $100 annual calendar automatic, watch. But this is really a lot nicer than it. Not to knock on Timex, but this really does have, the finishing is a lot nicer. Actually, I'll go grab that watch real quick just to show you. I just ran and grabbed my Timex annual calendar. As you can see, a little different styling than the Alpha watch I just showed you, but also automatic, really all the same features. Day, date, 24 hours. This one has the years, which actually only goes up to 2020. So after that, I'm going to have to figure out how to, maybe you can get like replacement dials to put in, or I'll just have to leave it. And the month. All the pushers on the sides, T for Timex. Once again, see-through. you could, I don't, you know, I could really see, I don't know if it's a judgment on the quality, but it's hard to see through the camera, but it looks like there's little like stains around the parts of this movement here. And it's not that old because it goes up to 2020. But overall, really, for $100, an automatic annual, all the pushers to control all the different functions. But really, $100 to get an annual calendar, automatic, even through a brand like Timex, I mean, is pretty good. Let's just get this one started here. These happen to all be windable. I'm assuming, obviously, Chinese movements. Now, I actually did look, I did a little bit of research on Chinese movements that happen to do annual calendars. The only ones I could really find was a brand called Ingersoll. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but Ingersoll, if you look it up, it was Ingersol, something like that, that they make a lot of different movements with a lot of different functions. And I'm assuming that's what's in these watches, given the Alpha and this Timex. But don't quote me, I'm not sure. But really, I mean, nice sweeping hands, it's the night day indicator, 24 hours. I mean, a ton of watch for not a lot of money. But when comparing them both side by side, the Alpha really does give a nicer impression. But they're both about the same size in terms of, you know, around 42 millimeter cases. The Timex is much actually thicker, probably closer to 16, whereas this is more 14 millimeters thick. But I mean, if you can find the Timexes, I believe I did see others on eBay. The Alpha, harder to find. I'm sure I haven't checked recently, but they could still be out there. So if you're really into getting kind of a dressier watch with also very nice wrist presence and just a good conversation piece, Alpha is definitely the brand you want to look into and try and find one of these. A little bit pricier than the Timex in the background over there, but definitely worth it. Alright everybody, hope you had fun watching, learned a little bit about a couple different watches here, and help you can make a decision if you're ever into buying an annual calendar